but I just don't see this system working where you're giving 7 schools all the money and then you have a deficit over here for 48 schools.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about, Dr. Williams, let's talk a little bit about English language learners. I know there's been some movement on that end to make that department or that component of the district a lot stronger. What are some of the things, I know we've got Tammy now, and what are some of the other things that you see that have helped?
Well, first of all, 10% of our population now, up from 6% when I came here, immigrant students. Now, one of the strong components, we have a Saturday program over at Waterfront School, and it's the Newcomers program.
Right.
And I'm so proud to see those students, they come to school on Saturday to learn the language. That's one component. Then we have a strong relationship with the Bell Center, and in our adult ed program, which I toured last week, we have a large percentage of adults, the parents of the students, learning English. And so you have the students here in the Newcomers program getting prepared, the parents here in our adult learning centers getting prepared, and the big challenge is Albany is not aware of our population growth. They think all of the English language learners are in New York City. And I'm saying to this community, we need to start lobbying our legislators to get more resources so we can put in the classroom to help to improve the teaching and learning of that population.
Now, I know that we're short in with regards to bilingual teachers. What are the efforts of the district to try to recruit more bilingual
Well, we are really going down to New York City and trying to encourage people to come to Buffalo. We have a recruiting video out now that we are distributing around the country, but it is a challenge because first we have to convince people to come to Buffalo, which is a challenge. Then we want to find the individuals, but you take English language learners, you take math and science and special ed teachers. That's a tough area that we're having and trying to get those teachers here in Buffalo.
Let's shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit about our varsity teams now. We're going into Section 6. We're playing with the big boys now. Are the teams equipped, ready to roll?
They will be. I always use the example, and by the way, I want to congratulate Middle College. They're going this weekend. They're playing the state championship, and very good basketball team, and Miss Sue Doyle and her team, I just want to say congratulations. But moving to Section 6, I always I tell the coaches, I had dinner with all the coaches last week. You remember when the Big East started, they were the stepchildren, and the Big East built from where they were to one of the best conferences in the country. And we're going to put the resources in. We are working with the teachers union now to look at hiring 2 additional coaches. We want to hire those coaches outside of the union contract. So we're having conversation about that. We are very fortunate to be able to put weight rooms in our newly renovated high schools as we because we want to have a year-round weight program. So we want to add additional coaches, weight program, and really build our junior varsity. 8th graders now can play JV once you move to Section 6. So we have met with our Little League coaches and are telling them, and they have agreed, that at 150 pounds, that's the cutoff, then our 8th graders can play junior varsity. So we're going to build a program, we're going to invest in the youngsters, and we think we're going to be all right in 2 or 3 years. We're not going to beat up on everybody, but we want to. We have 3 great stadiums, All High Stadium, beautiful stadium. We just reached a contract agreement with Johnny B. Wiley, and we're going to have a brand new stadium opening up at Riverside this September.
So those are the 3 major.
The 3 major
stadiums for us. Now, since we're talking about other services other than curriculum, how is our music department doing, and the arts department, and some of those departments?
Well, music and art, Miss Michelle Augusto and Mr. Garcia, we are investing more money in those departments. We're going to have strong summer camps this summer. for our art and music students and teachers. And One thing which I disagree with, the first thing, when there are budget issues, we cut art, music, and physical education. And I think those should be the strong areas, because inner city youngsters, we should invest more in the humanities. And I am committed to continue to put more money into those classes. But those are not required courses in the state of New York, which is, I think, is disgraceful not to have those. So we have to, on our own, generate revenue to put in those programs.
And now talking about revenue, since we only got about a minute or two left, your prediction, we're going to have a balanced budget, correct?
I cannot say we're going to have a balanced budget without any layoffs.
Okay.
I'm hoping we can do it now. Once the state legislators can come out with their recommendations and everything, and see can they bridge that gap between what the governor put on the table and what reality, and we could cut into maybe 10 or 15 million dollars of the 35, I think we can make some adjustments to give this community a balanced budget. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to meet with all the union presidents in the next week or two and have an open conversation also. They might have some suggestions.
Right.
So we want to come up with all the stops to see how we can maintain the integrity of the school district.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks. Dr. Williams and his State of the District address, and some of the challenges that we face, and of course some of the accomplishments that we've been able to accrue over the last 5 or 6 years under your leadership, sir. You know, so thank you very much for your time and for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll see you next week, folks.
Thank you.